Cheers, guys!
Welcome back
to another episode of Every Dirty Detail.
What's in your cup?
We're drinking today, if you didn't notice. Ashley, I don't know why she put hers in a cup, but we are
There's
drinking.
more ice in there. That's why.
We are just margaritas today. It's a day.
Yep.
It's
been a week.
It's been a week. It's been a fucking month, but
yeah, a few months.
But anyway, don't mind us. This is gonna be a fun episode. I'm excited for this one.
Let's go in the drama.
You know me and the drama, so I am extremely excited for this episode.
As long as it has nothing to do with us.
Yes.
We're so here for it.
Yes.
It's insane.
That's the important part. Nothing to do with us, but we are here for it. And today we're going to dive into family secrets. So that's super exciting for me.
I don't have any family secrets. So, do you got family secrets?
I feel like I don't have family secrets, but I will say, so growing up, obviously I grew up with myself and my 3 younger siblings. And at like the age of 6 or 7 was when my stepdad and my mom actually told me that I was not my stepdad was not my biological dad.
Really?
Yeah, and it's so funny because like I have such bad trauma brain, so I don't remember a lot of my childhood, but I remember that day. And I was like, this makes sense because my siblings are all way taller than me. They've got like dirty blonde hair. Like, I'm sure I've got
curly hair,
dark hair, like very much significantly different looking from them. So, but I will remember that. But so I, whatever. I just always went forward in life and I was like, cool, I have, 3 younger siblings and I have the different dad. So one day, I was definitely an adult at this point because I want to say maybe I had David, or it was like right before I got pregnant with David. I want to say I had David at this point though. But my stepdad and my mom were arguing one day, and as my stepdad loved to do, he would throw things in my mom's face, and he threw something in her face one day, and I don't remember what he said exactly, but he hinted upon that my mom was hiding something from me or not telling me something. So my mom got really upset and she was like, well, I'm just going to tell her. So she actually told me that I actually had a brother, and he's actually the only like biologically full sibling I have. He was just adopted after he was born, but I never knew that.
Wait, from your mom?
From my mom and my biological dad.
Shut up.
Yeah. And he lives in Tennessee.
That's crazy. How'd you feel?
I was like, holy shit. One, I was excited because he was, someone else that I had of my biological dad.
Yeah.
Because, I don't really have many people from that side. So I was super excited about that. I just didn't know how to find him for the longest time. And like eventually we did find each other and we have a relationship now. But that was, I want to say, one of the bigger things for us in my family.
That's crazy.
Yeah. It just sucked that I had to find out because he was throwing it in my mom's face.
Yeah.
Versus
them actually sitting you down.
Exactly.
A nice conversation, like, hey, like.
Because when they told me that he was not my biological dad, that's exactly what they did.
It was kind of like out of anger, the way you found out. Yeah.
But when they told me that he wasn't my biological dad, it was not like that at all. They were calm, sat down, like, you know what I mean, explained things to me and whatever. But that was like a different thing. And I felt bad because obviously like I know it brought up like pain for my mom, and he was doing it to hurt my mom, not to be like, Sasha should know this, and no, it was definitely like 100% to hurt my mom, which sucked, but it was kind of cool to like find out.
Yeah.
But that was definitely, I think, one of our
you never told me
little family secrets. Yeah.
Bitch, you keeping secrets?
I thought you knew.
No. I never knew.
Yeah, I thought you knew.
I didn't even know you had a brother.
I've talked about him.
No.
I've answered phone calls from him at your house.
I don't ask you who you're talking to. The hell?
Yes, I do.
No. I was like, I don't ask you who you talk to.
I do. He's just in jail.
Oh.
So I don't get to talk to him as much as I'd like to, but I still have one.
I don't be asking you who you're talking to.
So I'd say, yeah, that was like ours. I mean, it's obviously not a secret anymore, but.
No, because I had asked people for secrets, and god damn, they just.
Really?
Like dirty secrets.
Yes, those are my favorite kinds. All right, we'll go with one of yours first.
Okay, so because we all know I work in retail, I love that these customers are full on will just they love to tell me shit, and I'm so here for it. So I asked the customer what the topic we're talking to today. She goes, "Oh, I have a good one."
You're like, yes.
She's like, "So where they grew up in, I forgot what town she said in Boston, but whatever. Um, she has siblings, and two of them, she's like 1 out of 7.
God damn.
Yeah, her mom was busy. Clearly, there was no Netflix.
No, obviously not. There was
I'm
not
like,
like
I have
anything.
2 kids. I commend that lady. But she's 1 of 7 kids, and she was telling me that 2 of her siblings, growing up, she's like, dude, these two don't look like us. Like, so that, her and her other son would pick on them, like, you guys are the milkman's kids, like, blah blah
Yeah, you're
blah. Da, da, da.
adopted.
So it's like her senior year. Her parents like talk about that they're getting divorced and stuff like that. And she's like, you're so brutal because like it's senior year, like, all these senior events and all this fun stuff. And she's like, and then our parents sit us all down saying we're getting divorced. So naturally she's like, I asked who fucked up.
She was like right to the point. Like, I want to know
She's
which one of
like,
you guys fucked up.
You're ruining my senior year. Who fucked up? So the dad ended up saying that like he couldn't take it anymore. His mom was unfaithful for years and years, like, and I was like, damn. So you know how they say it, and nothing's gonna change. But I'm sorry, a lot of shit changes when you're getting divorced, guys. Just so you know, it affects the children. So the dad ended up telling her that the 2 siblings, the 2 youngest ones, are not his kids. So she's like, I knew something was up. They don't look like us. And I was like,
That's like a dead giveaway too. Like, if these siblings don't look alike, like, how long do you really think you're gonna hold on to the fact that they're mine until you can't anymore? Like,
and her other siblings thought it was just kind of something like maybe like, genetics or something, like someone down the line look like them. Like, you know what I mean? So they eventually just like stopped picking on them. So they thought it was that. Because, they started changing. So like the older you grow, they started like looking alike and stuff like that. Yeah, because the mom slept with one of her cousins.
what? One of her cousins?
So, as Latinos, we think everybody's a cousin, uncle, like kind of thing. So, like, it's her mom's cousin from, like, I think, like, the mother's side of the family or whatever. And, like, they were very close, like cousins. Well, I guess they were very, very close. That he still, like, he would be around the family and, like, no one really put 2 and 2 together. She said they look just like him, but no one really put 2 and 2 together that this could
be. Well, yeah, because you think that they are related to, because their cousins are at that point, what, second or third?
Be
cousins
like second or
something?
third cousins, yeah.
Like, but still, like, they are technically related. So for them to look like, it's not so weird, but
yeah,
they're really, really related.
So the dad ended up finding out because they were still like hooking up or whatever. He has like full on like 5 kids, like he's married to like everything.
The cousin has 5 kids. Oh Lord.
So it was she said, he's texting the mom and going, so he one day was like, yo, why is your phone blowing up like this? And sees like inappropriate messages between the both of them. And he's like, you could handle her like with another man, but like, bro, that's your family. Like your family. And they're like first cousins.
Oh no.
They're not even like third or fourth, like they're first cousins. I'm like, yeah. So she said she had a very interesting senior year.
That poor thing, like, for that to happen during her senior year sucks.
She said it was just, it was bad because like, going through the divorce and then like figuring out like assets and like who's getting the house, who's getting this. He's like, I'm not taking those 2 kids. They're not mine, kind of thing. He went and did the whole DNA test.
Yeah.
And like all that stuff. So like he told he's they still consider that's his dad. Like, you know what I mean? Because
It's who raised them, yeah.
yeah, so it's just very like she says it's hard sometimes and everything. Like they don't want a relationship with their biological dad because they just think the whole situation's fucked up.
So their biological dad would be
Cousin.
their dad, but also their cousin, right?
It's a whole cousin dad situation. That's gross.
Like a dad and then a second cousin if it's the mom's
Second or third.
cousin,
Yeah, it's the mom's
right?
first cousin.
So yeah, it's like that's their dad, but then
That's
also their second
gross.
cousin.
I don't. That's so disgusting, guys. Oh,
Drink to that.
yeah, because that's gross. No. So yeah, that was her tea. So yeah, don't trust your cousins.
That's
that close.
No, that's crazy. That's not normal.
No.
This is not like a normal thing. Are they like from Alabama? Like
No, dude. I work in Boston. They're here.
God.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we are starting off strong today. We are starting off strong. That was great.
Fun times.
Okay.
What you got?
All right. I feel like, all right. I didn't bet this one first. I didn't read this one. So,
Jesus fucking
but
Christ.
I feel like it's okay because it says, found out the truth about my grandpa.
If it said anything
So
about
what
a
did-
coworker,
what did
I'm
Grandpa
throwing
do?
your laptop.
What can grandpa do? Let's find out.
Oh, God.
A few months ago, I was talking with my mother about her childhood. I don't know how it happened, but my mother then told me something about my grandpa that I never thought of him. You have to know I really look up to my grandpa, so this was very shocking to hear about him. Apparently, when my mom was about 9 or 10 years old, she was playing in the park they lived very close to. Well, she found my grandpa there kissing another woman. I'm not sure anymore if my mom told my grandma or if she found out about it herself. It also wasn't the first time my grandpa did this, and it wasn't the first woman either. Oh, damn, grandpa!
Okay, sir.
My grandma was so desperate. I think that's supposed to say devastated about this that my mom found her, with pills and alcohol trying to unalive herself.
That's brutal.
Yeah. The mom was able to stop her though. Oh my god. That's heartbreaking. Imagine looking up to your grandpa thinking he's this amazing man and watching him love your grandma and you're like, "Oh, this guy's so awesome." And then he's
a pimp.
just over here making out with other grandmas at the park.
Was it during bingo time?
They were at the park. Like they were probably like meet up like, hey, we can both bring our grandchildren to the park at this time and do our little thing. Like, what? Are you guys like on the swings together? Like, are you hiding in the slide? You're just doing this out in the open? Did you not think that your grandchild would see you?
Grandpa over here pimping.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and I'd be a little annoyed because once you like look up to somebody and then like they turn out to be like an asshole or like do something like that, you're like, the fuck.
Well, yeah, because then you look at them so differently.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like a lot of times grandparents and stuff like that kind of put on like a pedestal. Like you think of them being certain ways because they're grandparents. So, you know, obviously they're the best around the grandchildren.
Oh my god, yeah.
You know, so you think of them as being like, you know, these certain way and they, you know, whatever. You have this whole idea of them in your head and then come to find out it's something else. Or that grandpa's over here cheating on grandma at the park.
He probably has a little cane, like. Yeah, that's fucked up.
That's sad.
And the poor, like the grandmother over there, like. That I don't know. We all know my situation, so like that should just hit, like. And like she said, he's done this like already a few times.
Yeah, this wasn't
She's
the first.
probably
It wasn't
just,
the first
like-
girl or the first time that he did this.
So like literally, I feel like in my situation, I literally just kept brushing it under the rug and acting like it didn't happen. And then there's only so much like you can take.
Mm-hmm.
And now they're old. Like, you know, you want to grow old with somebody and stuff like that. And the motherfucker's in the park kissing some little old lady. The fuck?
Well, then you get to this point and
Now she wants to just
you
kill
are old though.
herself.
You did grow
Yeah.
old with this person.
But he's over there
And now
ski
what?
ski.
This actually, oh my God, this reminds me of a story one of my clients told me. Oh my God, I was dying in this session. So one of my clients, her mom is on in like a memory care unit and like a nursing home type thing. And she said that she was in there one day and her mom was like kissing one guy because she like liked him or whatever, and then went and kissed another one. But the other one that she kissed is married.
To someone that lives there too?
But the wife doesn't live there. The wife is still okay enough to be living on her own. And so she lives on her own, but the husband's there. Now, the wife knew about the kiss or whatever and like wasn't even upset about it because she's like, he doesn't remember things. Like sometimes he doesn't even remember who she is.
Oh.
So how is she going to get mad when he doesn't even
Yeah,
remember?
still fuck that. I'll smack the shit out of him.
But will you?
Yeah, bro.
You're 90 years old.
Wake the fuck up.
And your husband is on a memory care unit because he has whatever it is, dementia, Alzheimer's, and can't remember things. So can't even remember you half the time. Wouldn't you want him to just be happy with what's left in his life? You wouldn't want him to just be happy with what's left of his life?
Yeah, with me.
But he doesn't remember you half the time.
That sucks. I'll have to smack him a few times for him to remember.
Do you remember this?
What is it that Ari says? I'm gonna give you the clap, clap, clap.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
No, fuck that, no. Now I know why people like talk to you like when you give them a massage. I was just like,
seriously, it's literally my favorite thing. And sometimes clients are like, sorry, I just talked your ear off. I'm like, I love this. Like,
I do the same thing when I go get like I literally had to see my nail tech because I broke a nail and I cannot live like that. Literally, I was there around 30-40 minutes with her and I was like, oh well, I needed to tell you this anyways.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh hell yeah, like she's here for it. I was like, you think I'm crazy? She goes, no, I'm here for it all day with you.
Yeah. Like I feel like nail techs, hairstylists.
Oh my god, yep.
Massage therapist, bartending. When I was bartending, oh my god, when people are drinking, they're really, really spilling the tea at that point.
Yeah.
But like all those type of jobs, like when someone has no choice but to sit still, basically where they are, I feel like they just chat
in the fitting room with these women. I'm like, oh, what are you going out for? Like, I'll get, oh, my man cheated, so I'm going out to cheat, and I'm like, what? We're just, yup. And I'm like, okay. And people, like, I'll ask, oh, I'm doing a podcast, like, and then they're just like, okay. And they just tell me shit.
I love it.
And I'm like, okay.
Thank you. That's what I needed.
See you next week for your other outfit. Like, yeah, I'm always here for it, but I don't know. I'd smack him, though. Not even playing.
90-something years old. He can't even remember that he even kissed this person.
Well, I'll smack that bitch, too.
She's over there. She has 2 boyfriends in there. And I don't even know if she remembers that she has the 2 boyfriends.
She must have a calendar, girl. How you do it?
I don't know. All right, what's your next one?
Someone had told me a story about, again, these people just having babies, not telling the person. Ended up being the mailman's child.
Are we talking like the regular UPS? Like,
no, like
USPS, whatever it is?
The
like,
regular US.
The regular one? Not even
the
like
one with
the UPS ones?
The mailman. The mailman. That's the mailman's child.
How do they have time?
When he took his lunch breaks, he took a long lunch breaks. This girl, I think it's like her aunt or something like that. She was telling me they live like in the Midwest or something like that, and took like an hour lunch break. Was the woman married or anything? Yep. She's a stay-at-home mom. Kids are in school. Mailman comes around lunchtime. Gets real comfortable. They had a baby.
Does he know that it's his?
Yup. On his lunch breaks,
And
they
doesn't
do
wanna be
wham bam,
involved?
thank you, ma'am. Kind of let me see my kid real quick because he works 6 days a week, so he still saw his child.
I mean, yeah, I guess technically you do. Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, everybody starts putting cameras in their houses and not telling people, and whoop, that's how the husband found out.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay.
So when they say you the mailman's kid, she's the mailman's kid.
That one definitely is the mailman's kid.
That was the mailman's kid. Poor thing.
Oh.
So yeah, the husband put like cameras in the house. For what reason, the girl didn't even know. Because it's like,
Oh, he 100% suspected
the husband is the
something.
mother, her mother's brother or something like that. So like, it was a whole like,
He definitely suspected something.
yeah, he divorced her, kicked her out the house.
Oh,
like,
man.
yeah, he's like, go be with your mailman.
Was he married?
The mailman? No, he's just like dating around and stuff. Random kids.
Jeez.
I was like, honey, you picked a winner. You
Hmm.
picked a winner.
No.
So yeah, she's the mailman's kid.
Horrendous. Okay, my next one. My husband and I wanted to spice up our sex life. We decided to go to a swingers party, only to find my parents there.
I would be so mortified.
The way I think I would have a heart attack right on the spot. I don't even know. I think I would freeze. I don't even know.
Stop it.
So they go on to say, when we saw them, we were in shock. We obviously left the party and no one ever spoke a word of it since.
How can you not speak about this?
Would you?
You gonna drive in silent? I'd be.
No, I'm.
Do you know how fast I'm questioning Linda? Linda, what are you doing here?
I'm sure they like amongst themselves spoke about it, but if
no,
you saw your parents there, you would ask your parents,
why the fuck are you people here?
No. If I saw your parents there, I would pretend like I didn't see them. I'd get out of there as fast as humanly possible.
Well, I'm not into like this whole swinger shit anyways, but like I'd be mortified.
I would get out of there as faster than I don't even know what, and I would never ask your parents about it ever. I'd pretend like I didn't even see them. Yep.
I could never picture my parents at something
like that. Well, obviously your parents is a bad example, but because they would never.
No.
Never, ever, ever. But no, if I saw my parents at something like that, no, I'd pretend like I didn't see them. And I'd get out of there.
Can you imagine just you and Ray go to something like that and you see one of the boys there?
No. Oh my God.
Or they see you guys there?
No.
Oh,
that would scar them. They would be scarred for life.
All three of them, I know which one would question you.
Oh, David, 100%. David, 100%. Alex would probably be like me and pretend like he didn't see us.
Manny'd be like, I'm out.
Yeah, Manny probably wouldn't even know what to do. But David would definitely be like, so I got questions.
He would walk up to you. What the fuck are you doing here?
Explain yourselves. I'd be like, explain yourself, because what are you doing here?
That's crazy that you mentioned like swingers party. I'm like going like through Instagram and I see like these reels and like there's this woman that like she goes to different states and goes to like swinger parties and stuff like that. She records like, you know, only so much and stuff like that. And I'm just like, I don't know. Like, oof.
I
have a lot of questions.
I want to go to one just to experience just to visually see what it's like. I don't want to be involved in anything. Let me correct myself. I just want to visually see
before Ray comes running up the stairs.
I don't want to be involved in it.
Ray's about to run up them stairs.
I heard that.
Yeah, no, I do have a lot of questions about. I don't know, like she's like I don't follow her, but it just like popped up.
Yeah.
So I was like, what the hell is she talking about? Because she's over here like on a flight, and I was like, oh okay, where we going? And then I was like, oh, and then she's like, this is the food they gave us, and I'm like, so people just host.
Oh, it's like a party.
There was like at least like 50 to 60 something people there, so like there's like food everywhere, like none of the doors. There's no doors. Everything is like open in these massive like mansion houses and stuff like that. So I'm like, somebody sets this up? Like, is it a party event? Like, who's doing this? I have questions.
Is there a Facebook page for this?
That's what I'm saying. Like, because the way, like, and I mean, like, this was
it's like an event, a literal
like
event.
a whole, yeah, everything like planned, and like the food looked like really like good food, and I'm just like, I mean, there's liquor everywhere too,
Naturally.
but I was like, so who plans this? Like, is it just one random couple, and then everybody kind of just like pitch? Like, I have so many questions. That might be a next topic because
Maybe. I do
so
have a lot of
many questions about like how this all happens. Like,
so if you're in the swinger community,
please let me know.
No judgment at all.
Mm-mm.
We have questions. We want to know. And if you're willing to talk about it, please let us know.
If there's guidelines, like I need to know because like
there's definitely guidelines.
Like the way and the whole and the setup was really like pretty.
I bet, yeah.
Like the place looks so nice, like everything like that. So I just want to know how this comes about. Like how you find, and it's like she's talking to one guy. She's from like New York. He's from like I think he said like Nebraska or something like that.
Damn.
So I just want to know how this all like how you find other swingers, I guess, right? Would that be it? How you find other swingers?
Yeah, because I mean, it's like a community, like.
Yeah. I just want to know. I just have questions. If anybody can answer those for me, that'd be great. Don't want to be involved in it, but I just want to know.
It kind of reminds me of that, those TikTokers. They just came out with a TV show or something. Oh my god!
You know, I've only been on TikTok for like 6 months.
Taylor's her name or something like that.
I don't know.
They literally just came out with a series about it, but they were a group of friends, and they all were hanging out together, always hanging out, and then one day, some way, somehow,
everybody started sleeping.
Everyone started sleeping with each other, and they were like this whole little swingers group, but within themselves. From my understanding, I never followed it. I didn't watch the TV show. I don't know if they went like outside.
Like, is it a TV show like on a network or like how they do like?
It's on like Netflix or something.
You know how they do like Dateline and stuff like that. Like
yeah, no. It was like on a network.
Okay, I need to find this out.
I swear, I think her name, the main one, I think her name is Taylor because she was involved in some other drama.
Oh god!
But it became like a whole thing, and there's like literally a TV show about them. But that just kind of reminded me of that.
I'm gonna have to look this up. I have questions, guys.
So, but what's your next one?
That was all I had. No one really like told me. Everything has to do with like these love children. Like
people want to die with their secrets.
I mean, yeah.
All right, I got a couple more.
Some do.
So this one says, I found out at a family party when people were very drunk that my grandpa paid my biological dad to go away when I was born.
Oh.
He robs me of that relationship, and I can never look at him the same. What is with these grandpas?
Why'd he pay? Like, I need to know why.
I don't know.
Was he like a drug addict? Like,
I mean, there had to have been something involved in something, some sort of drama.
I need more backstory on that to like. But shame on the dad too. Like, that's your kid. Money's more important than your child.
Yeah, and they obviously just went away because they said that they were robbed of the relationship with the parent. So.
Yeah, that's kind of fucked up. Like on the dad's part. I mean, on the grandpa's part, like I'm sure he has his reasons. Like,
yeah.
He probably wanted to protect his daughter and his granddaughter. It's a girl, right?
Yeah, it doesn't say.
Okay, let's say it's a girl. Probably wanted just to protect them for whatever, like, the dad is doing. Maybe something that's not good, but, like, that's your kid.
Mm-hmm.
Even after a while, like, money runs out.
Yeah, exactly.
The money's going to run out unless it's something that, like, the grandfather's giving him money monthly and stuff like that. Like something like that. It could be something like that, but, like, how do you sleep knowing you have a child out there?
A lot of people do it for less than. I mean, some people
they don't even get paid. Don't even get paid. Let me not even go there, cause yeah, no. I need a little more backstory. I need to know what the dad did for the grandfather to give him money to like get away from them, because that's kind of fucked up.
I agree. This apparently is another grandfather one.
What is with the grandpas?
This one's. Maybe a trigger warning on this one, I guess. It's kind of not great, but...
For me? Or for it?
For the world watching.
Oh, okay. Because I'm like, Sasha.
No, it's not for you. No, this one says, my grandfather is a pedophile and my whole family hid that right up until his death.
Damn. That.
First of all, I'm not covering that for no one.
No.
Not
absolutely not. No, never. Nope, you're scum.
So if you do that and you think that the family is going to hide it, we're not the family for that.
No, I'd be like,
not happening.
I'm changing my last name. I'm not related to none of you guys.
No, I'm doing whatever I can to put your ass in jail.
Like, you know he's like this and you still have him around your children? Like, no. No. That whole family's cooked. No. That's fucked up.
That's insane because I would never, ever.
What are these grandmas doing? Like, what's up? There's no grandma story.
No, I don't have any grandma. I'm sure there are, but I don't have any grandma ones. This next one, though, kind of goes on like the lines of one of yours. So it says, I'm a middle child. I have an older sister and a younger brother. My younger brother, who is 28, decided to do one of those 23andMe or something tests, one of the DNA things, only to find out he has a different father from my sister and I. My biggest issue with that is if you know that your child is like either not your child, or if you're the mom and you know that that's not, you know what I mean, that they have a different dad, with all of these 23andMe, all these like other DNA things that people take nowadays, with all of that, chances are so much higher of the kid figuring out.
Yeah.
So why not just tell the child?
Because a lot of these kids now they can do the test at like the schools do it for like
for different classes. I heard about that. That's how
so that's how a lot of people are like found out. Finding this shit out. They're doing it to see like kind of like a cultural thing, like how far does your ancestry go and stuff like that. And these kids are finding out, oh, that's not my dad, or that's not really my mom or my dad, so I'm adopted kind of thing. Like they're gonna find out eventually. Like you're gonna like I don't know. Me being a woman and I'm like, let's say I'm pregnant and I'm like, oh my god, I don't know if it's this guy's baby or this guy's baby. Like, but I'm married to this one, so let me just tell him it's gonna be his kid. And like, you let this man just sign a birth certificate, like.
That's what happens. Ray was just telling me the other day about another crazy story just like this that a woman had. I think she had 3 kids. And I don't know what happened or why the DNA test was done or whatever it was, but come to find out that not only was the husband not the father of them, all 3 of them had different dads. Yeah. Like, how insane. But like, but also like medically speaking.
Yep.
You know, what if down the line your kid needs a blood transfusion or an organ, you know, something like that.
Imagine one of them has a rare blood type too.
Yeah, like something like that, and you know, they find out that way. And they're like, you know, your dad comes, you know, who you think is your dad or whatever comes back and, you know, was like, let me go get tested to see if I'm a match. And then come to find out, it's like, not only am I not a match, I'm actually not even biologically related to you. Like, what?
You actually said that. That reminded me of something because there's a girl that she used to work in our company or whatever. She worked at one of the other stores. And I talked to her like here and there. And like a few months ago, she hit me up because she found out what I was like, you know, I was going through a divorce and stuff. And they went through some family drama. Her poor son's been with this girl for like, I don't know, 7, 8 years. They have like a 5-year-old. And the little boy got so sick, he needed a blood transfusion. That's how he found out that that's not his kid. Because his other kid with this girl, they have the same blood type. This one has a rare blood type. And like he needed that, and like he had like some like kind of like heart condition or something like that does not run like in her family. So, and like they know the girl so well and like got to know the family. They've been 7 years, so there's nothing like that in her family. So where is this?
Where's it coming from? Yeah.
The girl
Ugh.
couldn't take the secret anymore. Told her, she's like, I wanted to fight her. Was
I
like,
bet.
she's like, here am I, like, because she's such a proud like grandma and stuff like that. Like, that's my grandson. Like, you know what I mean? And she's like, he's 5. The last 5 years, you've been just letting us love this child. Now, like, they're breaking up. So now this child gets taken away, ripped away from her. So she's like, it's like I literally lost, like, a child. Because, she was there at the hospital. Like, it was her first, like, you know what I mean? Like, keeping these kind of secrets like that, like, it's just a ripple effect. It just fucks everything up. Like, the poor kid as a whole, like, heart condition, like, she still talks to him, like,
Yeah.
he doesn't understand that that's not his family, that that's not his dad yet. Like, they haven't really told him.
Yeah.
I mean, her son got the DNA test done, and, like, it's really not his. He was praying that it was his kid, and he just has this condition that just came out of nowhere, but not his kid.
That's awful. That's so bad.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the thing. Like, at some point in time, these secrets are going to come out.
And my thing is, that shit don't, like, especially when you're bringing kids into this.
That it would eat me alive.
Every single day you're watching this man raising a child that isn't his.
Yeah.
Knowing he's going up for bad, like, to the point she told me her son has that little boy's name tatted from shoulder to shoulder. Like, he's sitting there doing everything, like, that's his first child. Why wouldn't you be like, hey, like, we need to talk?
Yeah.
And, like, then that shit pisses me off because now, like, he's not gonna trust any other, like, girl. Like you just fucked his whole life up.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, they do have a kid that he tested too to make sure that was his kid. Because I was like, girl, if you go 2 for 2, like, you're like, I want to punch you in the face. I don't even fucking know you, and I want to punch you. But, like, how could you do that to somebody? Every day you watch this man with this child. Every day.
No, I could never. It would tear me apart.
And now you have to speak up and say something because the kid has an underlying, like, health condition.
Mm-hmm. But had that not happened, she
would have went on with life and, like, nothing. And then, heaven forbid, he goes to school and does a test like this.
And then finds out later on when he actually can understand everything.
Like, it's just crazy. Like, that would eat me up inside.
I wouldn't be able to do it. I wouldn't be able to face them.
Like, just watching this man raise a child and love a child to no extent. Like, meeting somebody while you have kids and they fall in love with your kids and stuff like that, that's completely different. But, like, telling this person that this baby in my belly is yours and they're, like, over the moon about it.
Yeah.
That is fucked up on so many levels of life. That is fucked up. Like, get your brain checked.
Get your brain checked.
Because that's some unspeakable, like, shit. I feel like you can't come back from that.
No, I agree. That's awful. My heart breaks for that person and the child.
Mm-hmm. Because she told me it's like a whole, like, it affects, like, the whole family.
Yeah. Everyone involved.
Like, now she has to tell her other kids, like, no, that's not, like, it, like, that's not right to nobody. Like, hell, I was like, now I know why you want to fight the bitch. She got so mad, she said, I want to fight her. I was like, don't do that. Let's not go to jail, guys. But, like, it's her son. Like, her son's hurt.
I get it. I would be too.
You over here, like, it's your first grandchild. And that's the thing, too. Like, he was a first for, like, the family side. Like, so, it was, when it's the first grandchild, it's, like, a huge thing and stuff like that. So, like, yeah, no, I feel bad.
No, that is bad. That's so sad.
But, yes. Any other stories?
That was the last one I had. So, we might have to do in the future more of these though, because I like the family secrets.
Sasha and these family fucking secrets, bro.
What? I think it's so, like, I don't know, they're so interesting to me. And the ones that get, like, so deep and it's all like these, like, multi parts and layers and stuff, and I'm like, oh, tell me all about it because I want to know all these different things. And, like,
she's over there like, why?
Oh yeah, I will go into these stories.
She'll start following this person to find out more.
Yeah, like the FBI over here.
They say women are very qualified to be in the FBI more than men.
I bet.
I
Makes
mean,
sense.
yeah. I have like an army that can find anything. Shit, they can find anybody. But
But
yeah,
yeah,
guys, that was it.
that was that. We'll definitely have to do another one of these in the future when we get more entries for that one.
Send us any topics that you guys want us to discuss.
Keep in mind if you're a swinger or part of the swinger community, definitely reach out to us.
Yeah, I
We've,
have questions.
we've got questions and we'd love to hear from you.
Because I don't want to be involved in it. I just want to know how this like
I want to know how it works.
Ray's coming up those stairs.
Probably, so we should end it before he comes up the stairs. Anyway, thank you guys for joining us and stay tuned for next week.
Bye, guys.
Bye.